Hey there, YouTubers. Well, so I don't know. Somehow tonight I've been studying the Bible. Maybe God wants me to make a prayer video. So since it's today or tonight, if my memory still serves, it's the 192nd of yeah, it's pretty much been 192 days since I had to depart from my grandma's residence and became homeless. And yet, I have been, you know, seeking ways to at least coexist with suicidal thoughts, level 10 loneliness and depression, and pretty much people who just don't give a shit about me. Well, yeah, at least I can relate to to why they just don't care about whether I live or I die, or so long as they can have what's left of my old man and what's left of me. So yeah, I mean I can absolutely relate to people's fear, since being a supposedly Christian or the follower of the Christ, I also often experience fear, sense of insecurities. I have been having plenty of doubts, and even I even resented God on many occasions. To be absolutely honest, I question why he just took away my old man all of a sudden without even giving me any time to properly grieve him, to at least think before I can figure out before I could figure out how to respond to excuse me, to that wicked woman, or maybe that she has some spirits resembling the resembling Jezebel, or the Babylonian great prostitute. Since just this afternoon, she somehow warmed into a police station, and claimed that I went missing, and probably also pled the a police officer to try to ring me. I kind of hesitated before I picked up the phone, and well, as far as I can confirm, it's quite much likely it did come from an authentic police station with an authentic police officer. So I just I'm trying my best to remain calm, and just told the police officer that she was merely trying to find out where I am at the moment, and so that she can came so that she can come to me and try to manipulate me into doing something that appeals to what she wants. Of course, I seriously hope that she won't find me ever. Though, yeah, yeah. Though I still kind of worrying that she might just somehow bribe someone from the inside and you know somehow then manage to track me down in my current location. So, in order not to let that happen, I might just I need to pray. Need to make a prayer video. Excuse me. Yeah, since I've been chewing on the scriptures, from the book, from the the book of Revelation, or Revelation of Jesus Christ. Um, I've been chewing, the verses, especially from chapter 2 to chapter 3. Yeah, the seven churches: the loveless church, the persecuted church, the compromising church, the corrupt church, the dead church, the faithful church, and the lukewarm church. Yeah, I believe I mentioned the lukewarm church on several occasions previously in my videos. And I've been kind of make comparisons and contrast, um, you know based on what I gathered from the Bible, um, with people who have had interactions with whom I had I encountered, Christians or otherwise. I reached some certain conclusions about nowadays church. Nowadays, the vast majority of nowadays churches, yeah, on attitudes, mindsets about how to specifically help people get back on their feet. How they have been how they have been responding to people who are truly in need, yet they haven't done pretty much anything concrete or substantive to help people in need. Though I'm not saying I'm the people who are in most dire need of help from churches. I still, as a result, I am deeply disappointed with their their carelessness, their state of being lukewarm. Yeah, still, I suppose I can never find out why people I met, the vast majority are pretty have been pretty lukewarm. Christians or Christians or otherwise. Excuse me. So please allow me to commence the prayer here. Dear Jesus, I thank you for calming me down with your grace and light, so I'm still here, even after been homeless for more than 192 days, if my memory still serves. And yes, I sort of believe, while still with some strands of doubts, that I have to admit, because I don't know everything, and I certainly won't know everything about anything, even in this life or the lives to come. But I like to strengthen people who are watching my video, and of course myself, through this prayer video, for those who are experiencing level 10 loneliness, and depression, and suicidal thoughts, intrusive thoughts, those of them, um, then they, you guys, I truly know your suffering. I understand your tribulations, because I have evidence to substantiate my statement here, which is yes, the persecuted church. So Jesus, you have said in this Bible, New King James Version, and to the angel of the church in some to the angel of the church in Simna, write, these things says the first and the last, who was dead and came to life. I know your works, tribulation and poverty, but you are rich, and I know the blasphemy of those who say they are Jews and they are not, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Do not fear any of those things which you are about to suffer. Indeed, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and you will have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. Maybe on the James, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, and ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. Yes, so basically, Lord, my Lord, may I interpret this verse corresponds, or this whole chapter corresponds to what you said, what you said in the Gospel of Matthew said, he who endures to the end shall be saved. So are you, Lord, are you telling me, are you instructing me to continue to hold the line? Are you instructing me to stay alive no matter what happened? And Lord, my Heavenly Father, Jesus, are you using me as a source to radiate your light and grace upon all those who find themselves utterly helpless and desperate? Lord, I also have several things that I think I should ask from you. Tell me exactly what I should do to deal with that wicked woman, seemingly possessed by some sort of Jezebel spirit or something. What should I do? Should I just first revisit my grandma and print the draft report I am about to launch to the police, and then ask the lawyer to accompany me while I visit the police station to submit my formal report? What else shall I do to address the issues here? And Lord, I am beginning to perceive you as my final hope of getting out of this mess, this pile of shite. I know, though I still, I am still sinning, and I I just don't like I don't particularly enjoy the life I do, though I'm been trying to use your words, your grace, to strengthen my faith, or to reclaim my faith. On occasions where I found myself utterly not just helpless, but faithless, and indulge myself in nihilism. And as you can see on my channel, I put the word nihilism, as part of the introduction of my YouTube channel. So you can see how desperate, how helpless I'm still feeling. You know, the somehow, either myself, or Satan, or his meanings is still telling me that this is your destiny. This is your old man died because of your selfishness, your carelessness, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I've been basically, blaming myself and some other people, like my grandma, some other people as well, not just my grandma, but plenty. So I am utterly helpless, and I don't know what I should do with my life, except some gray area work, plus YouTube channel, making YouTubes, and some other work, like so Lord, please, I need your instruction on how I should proceed with my life. I need your wisdom, Lord. Please grant me your wisdom. I've been asking your wisdom. I've been asking for your wisdom. I've been asking for your instructions. I've been Jesus. I've been desperately seeking your presence, your love. Though on many occasions I just feel like I'm a piece of shit. And yes, I am a piece of shit. Without you, I am a piece of shit. That's utterly the absolute, the sovereign truth. So Lord, please, if you can, if it happens to if my wishes happen to align with your plans, your wills, please send me out of China. If possible, I like to bring my grandma out of China too, so that she can enjoy life with me, so that she can spend her final, she can spend her last several decades of her life, in a fairly adequate, comfort. I also believe I kind of also believe that I also have such duty to look after her, though I'm not doing a very good job, I have to admit, still, I kind of I still did not launch my revisitation to her, despite I kind of promised her that I would. So Lord, please. I've been asking, I've been crying, and whenever I think of, your words on the book of Revelation, especially especially the be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. And to the persecuted church, I know your works, tribulation and poverty, but you are rich. And I know the blasphemy of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are Satan, the synagogue of Satan. And also, some verses, that kind of make me shed tears, like, to him who overcomes, I will grant to sit with me on my throne, as I also overcame and sat down with my Father on his throne. So, yeah, and yeah, so I'm just asking you whether I should, trust. I should fully trust this particular version of the Bible I'm currently reading. Yeah, the New King James version or other versions of the Bibles are. So is it, Lord? I ask you for your wisdom to confirm which version of the English Bible I should, I should fully devote my trust upon, my trust in. Is it the King James version or the New King James version? Well, for the King James version, I just, it just, more often than not, it just makes my mind, my head spin. I don't quite get what the King James version is telling me to act in a certain way or in response to a certain situation, or excuse me. Yeah. So yeah, and Lord, please continue to hold me in your hands. Grant me the strength and the wisdom to endure to the end, and prevent me from killing myself, and prevent those who are thinking about suicide, who are thinking about to commit murder, to blow off their steam, to prevent them from self-destruction, because we still have a story of hope. That is you. You've been feeding us. You've been, even with those, with some work that falls within, gray, somewhat, shades of gray, for especially for those like me who have no other source of income. You still, by your love, by your grace and mercy, we are still so far able to support, to feed ourselves by your grace and mercy. Yeah. So for that, I shall continue to remain grateful. Yeah. So Lord, help me with these questions. Help me with the doubts I have that's been haunting me. Help me with my current situation about my abusive biological mother. How should I deal with her? I've been having a hard time for forgiving her. I still kind of I'm still kind of plotting revenge against, or sometimes, Lord, the boundary between self-defense and revenge, from my point of view, they all start, to get blurred. They all start to get blurry, you know. So Lord, I just, yeah, I'm trying my best, to say what I, I suppose I need to tell you, in this prayer. And yeah, for MGTOW Christians, for single Jews, even for those who do not believe in you, I still, plead mercy on their behalf, since we are all utterly and ultimately, on the essence, all pathetic creatures. We are all pathetic creatures in the sight of yours, in your eyes, in your mind. Since we, more often than not, we just do whatever we can to preserve our own life, instead of sacrificing our own happiness in exchange for others' happiness. Even for my grandma's, I don't think I made an adequate or a sufficient amount of sacrifices for her in return for what she has done, and what she sacrificed just for my own happiness. In contrast, I don't think I've done an adequate level of sacrifice for her. Yeah. So last night I made a video about when it comes down to it, what did I name what did I write to name my previous video? Yeah, when it comes down to it, cowardice. Yeah, cowardice always takes precedence of heroics. Yeah, that one. So Lord, please be my father. I have only you as father. I have only you as my old man. I've lost my old man. I am, earthly speaking, fatherless. And I currently have no home, no family, no friends, nothing. Just several Bibles, my laptop, and some Aussie debit card, where through which I access my the funds I stored back in Australia. But since I still can't go back to Australia without a visa, and so here I also humbly ask that you, if it's still your will, please send me back to Australia. I've had enough of China. If you will it, nevertheless, if it is your will that I remain in China, I will do whatever I can. So please grant me the strength and the wisdom to live to tell your glory, to live to demonstrate your glory by enduring to the end. Amen. Yeah, so it's I don't know, I am often told that faith is to believe in to believe in things in that we haven't seen, we don't see. Well, so far I still found nothing on the Bible that I have access to have explicitly that have explicitly told us that the definition about what constitutes a faith in God, what makes a person a faithful, a truly faithful believer of God, or so. There are so many questions that's been bothering me, and in trying to infiltrate into my head, and attempting to entice me away from you, Lord. Amen. Yeah, so help me preserve my faith, Lord. Amen. Help those who are feeling that their faith, their patience are running thin. Maintain their faith. Help them stay in their faith. Yeah, so help them hold the line. Yeah, amen. So thanks again for watching, and yeah, I'll see what I can do tomorrow. Yeah, first of all, finish up the final module of my project, and then yeah, we'll see. So thanks again for watching, listening, and I shall see you guys in the next video on YouTube. Bye bye, and cheers. Good night.